Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at noon.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at noon. I'm Alexandra Carter. Vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance is stopping in Eau Claire today. Vance is expected to speak about immigration and the border at the Eau Claire Event District starting at 4:30 this afternoon. Doors will open to the public at 1:30. This is Senator Vance's second trip to Eau Claire since joining the presidential ticket with former President Trump. It comes just days after a second assassination attempt on Trump's life. And former President Trump is giving his first public comments on the apparent assassination attempt against him Sunday. Trump is now publicly recounting how his golf game Sunday turned into that apparent attempt on his life.
All of a sudden we heard shots being fired in the air, and I guess probably 4 or 5. And it sounded like bullets, but what do I know about that? But Secret Service knew immediately it was bullets.
The Secret Service says former President Trump now has the highest level of Secret Service protection and has had that same level since July. President Biden ordered stepped-up protection after the first attempted assassination then. More than $4 million is being awarded to veterans who were misdiagnosed by a former Toma VA doctor. Former VA neurologist Dr. Mary Jo Lanska is accused of refusing health care to hundreds of veterans who needed it. Federal officials say 649 total vets were negatively affected by her exams. Senator Tammy Baldwin's office announcing today the Department of Veteran Affairs awarding over $4.2 million in benefits to be split among those affected. Of the 649, about 150 relief claims have been filed already. 101 have been granted to be paid.
Alexandra, I think that singer Don Henley got it wrong. Summer's not out of reach. It just won't go away, and it's still here with us, and it continues to keep us hot to warm today. In fact, it'll feel like it's Southern California beaches as we finish out the work week, with 80 still holding on, and then eventually we'll find ourselves a little bit cooler getting into the weekend. That being said, there was rainfall over by portions of Minnesota, and that has now broken down, but some of the cloud cover still remains. We're clearing out skies gradually, though. Local temperatures upper 70s to around 81 degrees or so, to 85 down in Boscobel. We'll even take account of the 24-hour temperature change. We're now about 1 to 4 degrees warmer than we were 24 hours ago. Simply we're par for the course. This was what we were like yesterday. 87 degrees expected for the school bus for the kids heading home today, and of course over in La Crosse here, we're looking at 88 degrees at 3 p.m. for the kiddos as well. Taking into account for everybody else, though, some 80s all the way up to the low to middle 80s finishing out the afternoon. We'll do the same for La Crosse as well. So get out and enjoy it if you can, and have a wonderful day. Your full forecast will be coming up in just a bit when I return.
We will see you then, Art. Thank you. Today's clue for the Oktoberfest medallion hunt has been revealed, and it reads, quote, "The new brand was created by Gathering Waters Design. It became the area's new moniker. In an attempt to streamline Mississippi, Kickapoo, La Crosse, and Root add in Black, Trempealeau, and Bad Axe to boot. If you're planning to look for it, here are the rules. The medallion is not buried in the ground. It is within La Crosse city limits. It can be accessed any time of the day or night. Fits in the palm of your hand and may be camouflaged. If you do find it, take it to the Oktoberfest office, where you will then win some Oktoberfest merchandise, a $500 cash prize, and a miniature replica of the medallion." Coming up, are you looking for a way to keep in touch with your kids without handing them a smartphone? When we come back, Consumer Reports takes a look at smartwatches, their benefits, features, and things you should consider when choosing one for your kids.
Are you in need of a new driveway or parking lot? Call North Central Paving for all your asphalt needs. We specialize in paving, seal coating, repairs, crack filling, and new installation. Call North Central Paving today.
Democrats say everything's great, but when you're on a fixed income struggling to pay for gas, groceries, or medicine, it doesn't feel great.
Biden-Harris created this mess.
And Tammy Baldwin's been right there with them.
25 years in Washington. What's she done?
Raised taxes.
Added trillions in new debt.
And gave stimulus checks to illegals.
I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message.
I'd like a stimulus check.
I'd like you to take out the trash.
Toma Health offers the latest surgical techniques for a wide range of procedures, including orthopedics, endoscopy, gynecology, and cataract surgery. Our board-certified physicians meet the needs of every patient with the Mako Smart Robotics and Da Vinci surgical systems.
Toma Health has an excellent reputation, and we have access to the latest technologies, including computer-assisted total joint replacement.
Visit tomahealth.org for expert surgical care.
Asher Laston Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's trusted gutter and gutter helmet experts. Our highly trained certified technicians can install gutter helmet onto new or existing gutters. Gutter helmet blends in beautifully with your home, can withstand the heaviest of rainfalls, and is backed by a lifetime transferable warranty. Save up to 22% with zero down and no interest or payments for up to 18 months with seamless gutters and gutter helmet, brought to you by Asher Laston Exteriors.
It's Blaine's Farm and Fleet's 69th anniversary, and we're celebrating with exciting rewards offers for our best customers. Shop anniversary celebration savings on Blaine's brand synthetic motor oil, just $3.99 a quart for rewards members. Buy 4 Michelin, BF Goodrich, or Uniroyal tires and get instant service credit savings equal to the price of 1 tire. Plus, when you buy 4, get up to a $100 rebate and an extra $40 instant rewards savings. Come celebrate and save during our anniversary sale, only at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
This is my grandma Kim. She has a lot to say about Eric Hovde.
Mr. Fancy, California banker, said he'd absolutely cut Social Security and raise the retirement age.
Hovde suggested that most seniors shouldn't vote.
If you're in a nursing home, you only have 5-6 month life expectancy. Almost nobody in a nursing home is in a point to vote.
In Wisconsin, we have a word for guys like him.
DSCC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Is your gravel or dirt driveway migrating into your yard? Then it's time to call North Central Paving. Specializing in paving, seal coating, repairs, crack filling, and new installations, North Central Paving can handle all your asphalt needs. Call 608-781-4423 today to get your free estimate.
Welcome back. Instagram making some big changes aimed at protecting young users on its platform. This morning, the social media platform announced new teen account settings that will take effect starting next week. Accounts for users under age 18 will automatically be set to private with strict messaging controls, restricting interactions to existing connections only. The new settings will also limit content viewability on the app. Users will receive time limit reminders after 1 hour of daily use, and notifications will be muted between 10 p.m. and 7 a.m. Many parents and caregivers face a modern-day technological dilemma. They want to stay connected with their kids, but they're not quite ready to give them a smartphone. One alternative is a smart watch designed specifically for kids. Consumer Reports has the lowdown on the high-tech watches that might be the perfect solution.
If you're not ready to hand your kid their first feature-filled smartphone just yet, but want them to stay in touch as they grow more independent, you're not alone.
So my kid was going to middle school, and I wanted to have some way for them to get in contact in the event of an emergency. I also like to be reassured that I can track their location and see where they are.
So some parents are turning to smart watches instead of phones.
Kids' smartwatches offer a lot of the same communication benefits as a smartphone, like calling and texting, but with more security and privacy and control.
Most are standalone devices with cellular connections that don't require a smartphone. They offer lots of features beyond calling and texting, including music, games, alarms, step counters, and some even include video chatting.
Most offer GPS, which is one of the features that the parents I talked with cared about most.
Parents can use an app on their phones to track their kids' location, approve a list of contacts, and access other controls.
If you're looking to buy a kid's smartwatch that offers texting and calling, it's likely that you'll need to pay some monthly fee to access those features, probably around $10 a month.
The watchmaker or wireless carrier provides service plans. Keep in mind that some smartwatches are only compatible with certain carriers. For example, the Gizmo Watch 3 requires a newer existing Verizon plan, while the TikTok 5 only works with AT&T or T-Mobile. Parents may want to consider other features: the number of contacts a watch allows, durability, fit, and battery life, as more advanced kids' smartwatches may need to be charged daily. Bottom line,
think about what's most important for your family, and that's going to help you decide which model works best for you.
This is Marcy Whalen.
You may also want to look for a quiet mode that can be turned on during school hours, and check if smartwatches are even allowed in your kid's classroom before you buy one. That wraps up your afternoon consumer news. As we head to break, here's a live look at the New York Stock Exchange. Stay with us. More news is next.
Now is the time to finally get the pizza oven or fire table you've been looking at. Come to LaCrosse Fireplace Company's end of the year clearance. In-stock fire tables and wood-fired pizza ovens are starting at 25% off. LaCrosse Fireplace Company, because your place is by the fire.
I'm not old enough to vote yet, but I learned how 1 out of 6 of us will someday be raped.
So please, think about me when you vote. I learned how our freedom to have an abortion was taken away.
Even in cases of rape or incest.
Even to travel to get an abortion.
Please think about me.
You know who got rid of Roe v. Wade.
Now women are being refused life-saving care at hospitals. And politicians are trying to ban birth control.
Please, think about me.
My parents call me their miracle daughter because I was born with IVF. But IVF could be banned too.
Do they think we're less than human?
Do they think we can't make decisions about our own bodies? About our own lives? When you vote, please think about me. And me.
And me.
Because the politician who got rid of Roe v. Wade, he couldn't care less.
It really ruined everything. I should have done something sooner.
Everybody hopes that this won't be a big problem. Unfortunately, basement water, it always gets worse. Don't worry, we got this.
Great. Well, let's stop it from getting in.
The effects of water can be surprising, but you can. Put water back in its place with a free inspection from Innovative Basement Authority. And now receive no interest on any repairs if paid in full in 24 months. Call or go online today.
Now is the time to finally get the pizza oven or fire table you've been looking at. Come to LaCrosse Fireplace Company's end of the year clearance. In-stock fire tables and wood-fired pizza ovens are starting at 25% off. LaCrosse Fireplace Company, because your place is by the fire.
In your medical news today, news stories that are negatively associated with the LGBTQ plus population lead to a rise in suicidal ideas among young adults in that group. A study published in JAMA Pediatrics found 18 to 24-year-olds who identify as lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, or queer had short-term changes in suicidal thoughts when they were exposed to negative news or media related to that community. Children with mothers who faced food insecurity during pregnancy and those who experienced it early in childhood have a higher chance of obesity later in childhood. According to researchers at the Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare Institute, those children are more than 50% more likely to develop obesity or severe obesity by the time they're 15. The study followed mothers and children who live in neighborhoods where at least a third of residents lived far from a grocery store. And air pollution significantly increases the risk of Parkinson's disease. That's according to a study published in JAMA Network Open. Researchers found the greater the exposure to nitrogen dioxide and particulate matter like soot and smoke, the more likely a person is to develop the degenerative disease. The risk is greatest among those living in cities. Those were some of the day's top health headlines. Here is a live look from CityCam 8. Artisan next with our forecast.
Tammy Baldwin on transparency.
I don't think there should be two sets of rules, one for the wealthy and one for the rest of us.
12 years later, Baldwin pushed for conflict of interest regulations, but exempted herself. And Baldwin won't disclose any shared assets she has with her partner, despite the potential for conflict of interest. Tell Tammy Baldwin, we deserve the truth. Wisconsin Principles is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Everything is getting smarter. Good thing your Touchstone Energy Cooperative has the knowledge and expertise to help you make smarter work harder. Today, there are more ways than ever to make your world more energy efficient, and we can show you how. Take the next step to go electric and put the power of your co-op to work for you. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
There are over 21,000 Wisconsin veterans struggling to pay for rent and utilities.
Thank you for your service.
Many are also facing issues with their mental health.
Thank you for your service.
We must do more to help these heroes who have already sacrificed so much.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service.
Words simply aren't enough.
I'm sorry.
Make a difference by donating to this critical Wisconsin survival safety net today.
I don't trust Derek Van Orden to make decisions around my medical care. Everything was normal up until my ultrasound. I learned my baby would not survive. I did not have the choice to do what was right for me and my family in my home state, and that felt very deeply wrong to me. I am a conservative. I am scared for extremists like Derek Van Orden to be in office.
I'm Rebecca Cook, and I approve this message.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
First Warn Weather on News 8 Now.
Well, good afternoon to you. Going into City Cam 8, I wanted to show you the time lapse, and check this out as we push through, starting at 6:30 in the morning and then go all the way to the 8 o'clock hour. You're going to see the clouds begin to thin out, yes, but look out in the distance, and then you're going to see the clouds start to move a different direction. So you've got clouds coming out of the east and then tracking closer to us here. You can see it, boom, here they come, and there they go. So we have a mix of clouds, and they got actually underneath, they lowered and got underneath the cloud deck and continued to move in. So they went from the middle atmosphere down to the lower atmosphere and kind of blended with our low clouds coming in from a different direction, coming out of areas right by Minneapolis. In fact, you're going to see today hot conditions holding on again, as I mentioned. It feels like summertime, and it doesn't seem like it's going to end anytime soon to finish out the week. Yeah, we have hot today, then we'll go into at least some warm conditions to finish out most of the work week and then turn it into some shower activity. And that means we'll see possibly getting into some milder conditions to help you out. Right now, rain is going to be prevalent once we get deeper into the weekend as well, but for right now, how warm or cold we're going to be is still up in the air. All right, so we get into it. Dry conditions down to the south, humid conditions well up to the east coast, and then we take a gander here at this rainfall that came in right into portions of Minneapolis. Now it's kind of sweeping through right now what I just showed you. Take a gander here also. This is tropical storm, could have been tropical storm 8. It was a potential tropical storm, but look at the moisture that's cutting across and watch the moisture that's supposed to come out of the east coast and see how it just kind of mixes out and gets taken out real quick. We have an area of low pressure, a big trough that's kind of working through eventually, and that's going to usher in our rainfall chances. You can see again, like I showed you yesterday, the demarcation of all that warmer air and then colder air to the west, and that will continue to progress eastward through our area as we go through the next few days. But for right now, yeah, we're holding on to all of that heat continuously. You have the high pressure down to the south, and then eventually you've got this troughing pattern, not just one, but two lows cutting through right out of California, then heading into the Intermountain West. We stay warm going into most of the work week, as I mentioned, and then eventually you see that tracking all the way out into Canada, and then eventually you'll see this ridge start to build again, pushing all that heat back into our area, but we still stay fairly in the warm, not really getting back to the hot temperatures like we're experiencing today, and that's allowing most of this colder air to bring in the potential for rainfall in our forecast. That being said, we finish out the day going into your forecast in the afternoon, about 88 degrees for La Crosse, about 86 for Eau Claire. Then we go into the evening hours and you're looking to the overnight and you're looking at least some 60s and 70s holding onto the picture. Clouds come back in again as we go through Wednesday with potential. It's about a 20% chance, but most of it goes all the way up to the northwestern quadrant of Wisconsin, gets out of the way. So we go see not much in the way of rainfall going into Wednesday, but Thursday things change a little bit where you can see you might need that umbrella. Tell Rihanna about that. She can help you out with that. We get into, again, more of that rainfall slipping through the area as we go through the next few days. The possibility of that rainfall will continue through our forecast area as we go through the weekend and possibly into next week as well. Take a gander as how this all plays out going into your 8-day forecast, and away we go, holding on to temperatures to be like this. We'll get into the hot today, warm tomorrow. That stays with us for the work week, and then of course we drop the temperatures down as all that rainfall starts to pick in. We also see Saturday and Sunday more rainfall comes in, as I mentioned, but we're looking at maybe an increase in rainfall as we go into the next few days, because right about now by Thursday we could see up to about a half an inch of rainfall plus.
Okay, Art. Thank you. Sure. Coming up, Academy Award winner Halle Berry is back on the big screen with a chilling new role. We'll give you a first look at her latest psychological thriller, Never Let Go, and hear her powerful message for women about embracing age.
Chart your career with a fabricator position at Chart Industries. Starting wage up to $30 per hour with no experience necessary. Excellent pay and awesome benefits. Apply now at jobs.chartindustries.com.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
Eric Hovde insulted Wisconsin seniors.
Almost nobody in a nursing home is in a point to vote.
What a jerk. He attacked those who are overweight.
Fine, you want to do that? Your health care is going to cost more.
How insulting is that?
He called farmers lazy.
Look at the old physical toil. Now you're largely driving around a tractor.
This guy doesn't have a clue. Eric Hovde has insulted just about everyone.
What's wrong with this guy?
Stella Jones Corporation in Bangor has immediate openings and wants you to apply. They say this job takes grit, attention to detail, and ability to work as a team. Stella Jones Corporation is where safety matters and wages sustain a comfortable living. If you have what it takes and can stand behind our railroads, then we want you to apply today. $2,500 hiring bonus.
I've achieved some amazing things with this body right here, from Russian records to championship dance moves. But with joint pain, there's no rushing, no dancing, no working, no playing for any of us, and that's not good.
The medical professionals at QC Kinetics help pain caused by arthritis and past injuries using natural solutions, advanced biologic therapies, no surgery or harmful medications.
Who knows what you can do once relief kicks in? QC Kinetics, I still got it.
Bidenomics is working.
It's not. ABC News proved it with charts.
It was under control
on
during
inflation,
the Trump administration, well below
gas,
$3 a gallon, 35%
and housing.
jump in home prices, folks.
Even CNN admits it.
When it comes to the economy, groceries were less expensive, housing was more affordable when Donald Trump was president.
Yet Harris still says,
Bidenomics is working.
no, it isn't.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Chart your career with a fabricator position at Chart Industries. Starting wage up to $30 per hour with no experience necessary. Excellent pay and awesome benefits. Apply now at jobs.chartindustries.com.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Director, producer, and Academy Award-winning actor Halle Berry is returning to the big screen. Berry stars in a new psychological thriller called Never Let Go. The mother of twin boys believes the world has been taken over by a mysterious evil spirit as they fight for survival deep in the woods. On CBS Mornings, the 58-year-old talked about the role, and she had a message for women about getting older.
As we age, we have to stop believing that we have to stay eternally 30. We're turning into monsters, trying to stay eternally 30. We have to realize that we're greater than the shell that we're walking around in.
Berry believes getting older is a privilege. Her movie Never Let Go opens in theaters on Friday. Stay with us. We'll have one more check of your forecast when we come back.
Gas, groceries, school supplies, everything costs more. Eggs are almost twice as much as they were 4 years ago. Biden, Harris, and the Democrats keep telling us things are better. They aren't better. And Tammy Baldwin is making it worse. Raising taxes, running up debt, voting for spending that's driving inflation. 25 years in Washington and she's done nothing. It's time for a change.
I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message.
Sometimes a celebration means fireworks and loud music. I'll just tell you that I'm celebrating 35 years at the board store, 80 years on the planet, and my daughter Danielle becoming the new general manager of the board store. Let what's personal to me be personal to you with savings on your next home improvement.
Call for a prompt free estimate on windows and doors, on siding or gutters, on a bathroom or a kitchen, on a sunroom or deck.
Better products.
Better people.
Better prices.
The board store, improving your home, improving your life.
This election is about two very different visions for our nation. One focused on the future, and the other focused on the past. When the middle class is strong, America is strong. Lowering the cost of living will be a defining goal of my presidency. I'll lower the cost of insulin and prescription drugs for everyone, and I will work to pass the first ever federal ban on price gouging on food. More than 100 million Americans will get a tax cut. We will end America's housing shortage by building 3 million new homes and rentals that are affordable for the middle class. Together, we will build an economy where everyone can compete and have a real chance to succeed. Now is the time to chart a new way forward. I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Download the News 8000 app today.
About a 25-hour period of rainfall for Thursday going into Friday morning. That's a good bit of rainfall, right? But on the weekend, we have a lot more rainfall coming. So bear that in mind as we go through the next few days with the transition from hot to warm to mild and then rain.
All right, that'll help cool us down. Thank you, Art. Thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at noon. We'll see you back here tonight.